We are living in a digital world. In this digital world, most of the transactions are performed through online. Whenever people are go with the online, the volume of data handled through internet has increased. The old database management system that has SQL is not enough to handle large volume of data, that is big data. No SQL supports the large volume of data handling process. NoSQL is not only an SQL, it is a database management system used to handling large volume of unstructured and semi-structured data. This database management system is very suitable for handling applications with scalability, real-time processing and flexible data models. Mostly this is used with big data, big data like social media, data and cloud-based applications. This one provides faster performance and better flexibility so that NoSQL is mostly used for big data handling process. This one supports horizontal scaling, uh, schemaless design and replication for faulty tolerance. So that this one is best for handling big data. The snow SQL normally used to handle with large volume of data. Large volume of data means the size of the data maybe goes beyond terabytes, and this supports the flexible data models. The data may be in any kind of models that can be easily handled by the snow SQL. This one having the high scalability. That faster performance is available with the Snow SQL. Because this one is handling semi-structured and unstructured data. Mostly column-wise data are handled with NoSQL, so that it can easily identify the data using its object identifier and accessing the data, so that it having the faster performance, and this one supports all kind of modern applications, cloud friendly database management system. The cost of the database management system is affordable, and this one handling the unstructured. Mostly NoSQL database management is used with the situation where the applications wants to handle with unstructured or semi-structured data. That is most of the social medias handling this kind of unstructured or semi-structured data. At that situation, the NoSQL is good. And the data models are changed frequently in some of the situations, means at that time also NoSQL is preferable one, because it does not depends on the data model which is used to store the data, and this can be easily accessing the large scale of data. Provide high speed and performance so that the applications which are needed speed and fast performance process can use this NoSQL, and this supports the scalability, and relational database management system is normally too slow when it going to handle the large volume of data. At that situation, there's NoSQL supports and this one also supports cloud and distributed data handling situations. Normally in the internet, the distributed and cloud computing concept is used. At that situation, there's NoSQL as a very powerful one. And this one also very good for handling the IoT or mobile application data, so because they are all comes under unstructured or semi-structured format. And this normally NoSQL is used with real-time web applications and those applications which are wants to handle large volume of data. Most of the social media are handling NoSQL, and this one also provide content management systems, supports the content management systems, also suitable for handling IoT and mobile applications also very good for cloud-based platforms. This provide high-speed data handling so that this is good for real-time applications used by the situations where the flexible evolving data structures are needed. Normally, thus, NoSQL provides schema-less horizontal scaling database management system, and the important thing is this one having the high performance than the SQL, and this supports various data models. Replication is handling very properly. Sharding is a good feature of this NoSQL. In sharding, the data are divided into chunks, small units, and they are transferring to the destination through various paths available in order to reach the destination, so that it improves the performance of the data transmission, and this is very flexible one. This scalable features supports handling large volume of data, and flexibility permit whenever the application wants to make some changes in the existing one, that can be easily done. And this is good for rapid development and frequent updation needed application, because this one provides the high flexibility and efficient performance is used with read and write of real-time applications. Works well with distributed systems. But there are some disadvantage with handling this NoSQL. This one lacks standardization in query handling situations, and this is very weaker to support complex query and complex transactions. Can lead to data inconsistency, because this one doing the sharding concept, and less mature tools and support is available with this NoSQL when we compare with traditional SQL database. And this one requires expertise in the handling of NoSQL. So already we discussed that most of the real-time and social media applications are using NoSQL. This one provides flexibility as well as handling multiple data models. So e-commerce websites and content management systems supports this NoSQL, and real-time analytics and IoT applications are also used NoSQL. Most of the gaming applications with backend uses NoSQL. Mobile applications also supports NoSQL, and this one is very good for finance and banking kind of applications. In this NoSQL, databases are having a different model. The first one is document-oriented databases. In this document-like structure, normally this one handling JSON, BSON or XML formats, and this one having the flexible schema. This document-oriented database is best for storing semi-structured data. The databases supports this document-oriented data model as MongoDB and CouchDB. And also this NoSQL supports key value store data model to store and retrieve the information. In this one, the pair of key and value concept is used to store and retrieve the information. This is also supports the schema-less, and this one maintains big hash table of keys and values in order to store and retrieve information very fastly. This one is extremely fast for simple data manage simple data content and suitable for situations. NoSQL supports 4 types of data models in order to store and retrieve information. The first one is document-oriented database. Normally, the JSON, BSON, XML formats supports this document-oriented data model, and this data model is, supports the flexible schema. This one is best for storing semi-structured data. The example software which supports this document-oriented database in NoSQL databases, database are MongoDB and CouchDB. And another model is key value stores data model. In this key value stores data model, key value pair is used to store and retrieve information in database. This one also supports schemaless, and this one maintains big hash table of keys and values in order to store and retrieve information very fastly. This one is extremely fast for simple lookups because this key value concept, hash concept is very fast to retrieve information. This data model is suitable for caching and session management. The softwares which support this key value data model are Redis, DynamoDB and React. The third data model supported by NoSQL database is column-oriented database, also known as wide column stores. In this one, the data is stored as a column-wise. Instead of a row concept, this one supports column concept. In this, each storage block has a data from only one column, and optimized read and write of a large amount of data supported by this column-oriented database model. This one is used in analytical and time series data workload situations. The software supports this data model in NoSQL database or Apache Cassandra and HBase. The fourth data model supported by the NoSQL database is graph databases. This one represents data as a node. Each data is represented as node, and edges are used to represent the relationship between the nodes. This is also called as a network database. This one is best for applications which handling complex relationship data representation. This one is normally used with the social networks and recommendation engines, fraud detections. The softwares which support this data model in NoSQL database are Neo4j, Amazon, Azure. This shows the difference between SQL and NoSQL. For NoSQL, here we consider only the MongoDB and CouchDB. Normally, if we consider the data structure of SQL uses table, that means rows and column concept. But in NoSQL, it uses document-based, key value-based, and column-based and graph representation. In MongoDB and CouchDB that supports the documents. And schema format is supported by SQL, but NoSQL used schema-less representation. And the relationships between the rows is possible with SQL, but it is not possible with NoSQL. That is the drawback with NoSQL. The query language used with SQL is very simple and very easy, but there's no SQL having the complex queries. And this SQL is normally used with the handling of data which need structured and strict schema. But the NoSQL used in a situation where we are not having the structured data, and we have to handle the semi-structured or unstructured data. This slide shows some of the syntax of the statements used in SQL as well as NoSQL.